By the end of this video, you see the beauty behind your flaws and view yourself in a more positive way. Today is the 24th of July, 2024. I woke up this morning intending to go to the gym after work, but something in me was telling me to go to the lake instead. Here I am on this solo journey at around 9 a.m. in the morning. Everyone's described this lake as beautiful, peaceful, relaxing, all sorts of positive things. So naturally, I was sat there thinking, okay, wow, I'm in for a big surprise, I'm in for a big, good view. As I'm walking to the lake now, I can see in the distance a beautiful lake, like just a massive, beautiful lake, But it's crazy because as I was approaching this lake, on the outside, I was so surprised. As in, like, before I entered the lake area, I could just see a bunch of trash everywhere. Like, oh my lord, are you guys seeing this? Trash everywhere, just polluting the whole area. I was like, dang, what is this nonsense, And I'm walking over this trash, like, that's disgusting, that's nasty, that's unprofessional, things of that nature. And I finally get past the trash, I get past the barrier and obstacle of trash, and here I am just sat on the bench, and I'm looking at the lake. I'm like, wow, what a beautiful lake. Because it's beautiful, It made me even actually forget that there was trash behind me. But as I was looking behind me and I was looking ahead of the lake, I was just thinking to myself, this place would be a lot more beautiful if that trash was picked up, I was even tempted to pick it up myself because I didn't want it to damage the beauty of the lake, but that's not my responsibility, So, as I was there, it kind of reminded me of how we are as individuals, So much beauty, goodness, and value reside inside of us, that's beautiful as the lake. However, we allow our flaws, aka the trash, to pollute our lake area, which creates a mess and prevents people from seeing the true beauty inside of us. But did you notice how big the lake and the beautiful stuff of the lake were in comparison to the trash? Very small the trash was, Up close it looked so big, but when you look at the outside bit, the surrounding bit, the 90% of it is just beautiful. It's just those little bits. And that's what our lives are like, A lot of us hide the beauty of our true selves because we allow little trash like that to really mess up our lives, Or even when it comes to viewing the things in our life, Whether it's a friendship, a relationship, a job, a family bond, whatever it is, we tend to view that as if it's the worst thing ever, as if it's irredeemable, when really it's just trash covering it. And it's so prominent because we're zooming up close to all the negatives of it, Like, oh, look at this, look at this, look at that. We fail to look at the 90% beauty that is within that thing. We allow negative emotions like fear, anxiety, sadness, anger, and all other bunches of rubbish, to just stay there. And we don't ever bother to pick it up because we're like, oh, well, I'm mostly a good person, We don't really think much of it. But it then gets piled up and piled up and piled up until eventually the whole place looks like garbage. I'm telling you this because despite what you may think, you are a good person. You're just not picking up your trash. That's simply it. Because 90% of you is a good person. You want to do good things. You have a heart, and there's love within you. And as long as those positive emotions are inside of you, there is hope for you. You just got to pick up your trash, right? Because that trash just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. A lot of us ain't cleaning up our trash. We're not cleaning up our flaws. We're not paying too much attention to it because we can't be bothered, or we're too tired, or we don't think it matters, or it's just too difficult, We don't have the right bin bags. It's disgusting, I get it. I've been in your position, but the reality is if we want people in our lives to stay, if we want relationships to last, if we want friendships to last, and we want opportunities to come our way, we need to pick up that trash. We need to take accountability to keep our lake area clean. Otherwise, we are going to end up with miserable lives. We're going to end up having this perception that we're a bad person, Because you're showing people more of the trash rather than your good side, The thing about the trash being so small, it's so easy to clear up. But you're overthinking it. You're with me with the camera, zooming up close. But now what you have to do is not zoom up close to your flaws like this. You need to zoom out like I did. And look at the beauty that is surrounding you. When you're like this, it seems so big. It seems so impossible. It seems so can't be bothered too hard. You zoom out. Well, that's time. Let me just pick it up. That's you. That whole thing is you. Didn't look so much when I zoomed out, did it? Exactly. So clean up your trash. And if you can't clean up your trash, ask people to help you, you know? Trash gets picked up a lot quicker when you have loving people around you to guide you and give you that care and patience, because once you see them loving and looking out for you, you'll have more pressure to clean that up quicker, because you don't want to lose these good people. Even that, you have God beside you. God says in the Bible that he will wash us clean from every type of nonsense. He'll wash us clean and make us whole again, you know? And when you constantly make yourself clean, you're constantly doing more consistently positive things. Your things last longer and you're not feeling like a bad person. Thing about trash and dirt, it always comes back, you know? Even if you ain't touching the thing, dust still settles on it, you know? All kinds of weird stuff grow on it, you know? So it's a constant thing. You always constantly gotta clean that trash. Same with the lake area, you know? Trash is always gonna get there because more people are gonna come there, you know? And they're going to drop their trash. Even if they've cleaned the whole place spick and span, they're going to keep dropping the trash. But you have to understand that this life, you always got to pick up the trash every single time. You can't leave it there to pile up. You got to pick it up every single time, because you got to keep your lake area clean. You got to allow people to see who you really are and the beauty that you stand for. Don't be so hard on yourself, and don't be thinking that you're this worst person ever, because you're not. All right? Focus on the beauty and zoom out of your flaws. Because once you zoom out, you realize it ain't so bad. There's an easy job for me to clean up. God got me covered. As long as I have God in my life, he can help me clean up everything spick and span. He'll give me the right bin bags. He'll give me more instruments to clean the mess a lot quicker, you know. But if you think you can do it by yourself, it's not possible. Because sometimes you just can't be asked. But when you have people around you holding you accountable, when you have God and the Holy Spirit inside you, they'll hold you accountable and tell you, oh, yo, your leg area is looking messy. What's going on, man? So walk away from this and let people see your lake area as that beauty, because there's beauty in the center of it. You're just allowing all these negative things to block the view. Your relationship, your friendship, all the things that you have in this life, it's not as bad as you think. There's just a bunch of dirt and trash on the outside, you know. But once you clear all that trash up, once you pick up that mess, your relationship is actually more beautiful than you think. Your friendship is actually more beautiful than you think. Your family life is actually more beautiful than you think. Your job, your opportunities, all the things in this life, they're actually more beautiful than you think. You just gotta clear up the trash and move it out the way. Clean up all those negative emotions. That anger, that sadness, that bitterness, that resentment, all that disgusting negative emotions. Just pick it up and get rid of it. Because it's just trash, trying to blind you from seeing the beauty and what it actually is. God bless, take care. And I pray that you start to view your life and your circumstances and everything around you with more positivity. All it takes is to clean up the trash.